recording. Claymation filming. Oh wait, I can just tap it, right? Claymation filming. Me and Lexi, we tried claymation and we used frames for technology, and our launcher was claymation. Well, okay. Our challenge is to animate clay characters and make our own claymation using frames. Specific. We will use frames to create a 60-second film with clay by writing a script and making personal characters and backgrounds out of clay. Our film is a cooking tutorial for homemade mac and cheese and chicken nuggets. We have 4 days to finish our 60-second film. The first day we will plan our film and write a script. The second day we will make all of our characters and props so we can start filming right away. The third and fourth day we will start filming and finish our movie. We will use lots of clay and other small materials that can add detail to our film. We will use a camera to get the pictures for frames. We are creating this because we think claymation will be fun. I personally love claymation movies and I think it would be so interesting. We will have 4 work days. Day 1 we will make our props and characters. Day 2 we will finish making our props and start filming. Day 3 we will probably still be filming. Day 4 we will edit our film and add specific effects with sounds. About our technology. Frames is a great program if it is your first time doing stop motion animation. We have never done stop motion before, but Frames was really easy to use. We didn't have much questions or problems with it. It was really easy to import music and pictures. We tried figuring out how to add our own voiceover at first, but we decided that we were just going to add text boxes. Overall, Frames is really easy to work with, but editing takes way too much time. It took me 3 days. Relate your launcher to the real world. Claymation can be used every day as a person's hobby or job. People use clay to make movies and films like Tim Burton. Tim Burton has made many famous claymation movies like The Corpse Bride and The Nightmare Before Christmas. Claymation is also used for short films or shorts from social media. Claymation stop motion is a very long process and can take years to finish a movie. Claymation is also in music videos, educational stuff, and they use it in therapy. This is our small stop motion film setup, and that would be like a professional stop motion film setup. Yup. I can't see with the glare. What problems did you have? As always, we did not have enough time. 40-minute class periods? No. We should have managed our time better. We also couldn't figure out how to voice over our film, so we just had to roll with subtitles. We took too much time working on the characters and props when we should have already been filming. Editing takes a bunch of time, and we barely had any time left. Frames at one point was just not loading. It was being incredibly slow. And you would have to wait a minute until you could click on the next thing. But yeah. What did you learn? We learned how to make a stop motion claymation over 4 work days. We learned how to put a soundtrack on. We learned how to make realistic clay figures. There were some ups and downs, but we learned to deal with the challenges and fix them and move forward. We learned how to use frames and a camera to get our claymation to look realistic. Why am I drawing on it?
Yeah, once you accidentally do that, then it.
Oh, whoops. Workday 1. On workday 1, we started making our clay characters and props. It took a little longer than we expected, and we started finishing up. We planned on filming the next day, but we didn't finish making our characters. We sculpted our clay figures to look like us. We made the littlest progress on this day. So we didn't think making, with how big we made them, you see it's the size of my hand. It took way too long. We should have made them smaller. Yeah. So that's the rough sketch that I made, and then we started sculpting. Yeah. Workday 2, I finished sculpting my character and props and was ready to start filming. Lexi was gone that day, so we fell a little behind, but we caught up. I was planning to film on workday 3. Since Lexi wasn't done yet, I decided to film my scenes, and once Lexi was done, we would film our scenes together. So, with our separate scenes, we split it up. She did her scene, I did my scene, then we were together. It worked really well. It's drawing again. Yes. Workday 3, we started filming together and importing our pictures onto frames. We finished filming and were ready to start editing. We moved the pictures into their scenes and tried to figure out how to voice over the short film. We spent half of the workday trying to find a way to voice over, but we couldn't. We kept editing though. We had a total of 120 frames, and it is 115 minutes. Oh no, 1 minute and 15 seconds long. So, we used the camera, took these individual photos. This was our setup. So it was just 3 pieces of paper glued together, and then I made it look like a checkered thing. So it looks pretty cool, yeah. Those are our props. You gotta do that. Okay, I can't stand on this side. Day 4, we continued editing and we added classical music and some sound effects to the soundtrack. Editing took way longer than we initially thought, and we had to come in when we weren't busy and finish editing. Our SMART goal was for it to be about 30 seconds to a minute, and we were only 15 seconds over. We finished editing after workday 4, but we couldn't figure out how to voice over. But on the last day, we figured out the recording button. Unfortunately, it didn't have enough time to voice over. So if you look in this little corner, this light bulb looking thing, that's a microphone. So, yeah, you had all these, Okay, next. Okay, ready guys? Can you
touch it again? Tap it again in the center. See if it does it. Okay.
Oh yeah, volume. This is kind of awkward. Sound like it was boiling. We didn't have a lot of sound effects to choose from, but so I found one called Pop, and it was one pop, but I wanted to look like it was popping a lot, so I looped it and played it a bunch of times, so it sounded like that. It was pretty fun. I think we met our SMART goal because we finished our short film, and the only part was that it was longer than 1 minute. We would do this launcher again, but manage our time better. It was fun to watch our short film come to life while we were filming and importing our pictures to frames. Me and Lexi worked together well and split the work up equally. We are really happy to find that we could add a voiceover. Very happy. In the end, it was a really fun launcher, and we would totally do it again. The only part with the voiceover, though, because it was on the last day, we didn't have any time to do it, and Lexi is gone. Next. Oh, I think it's just Logan. Yeah. I'm so cool. Pop, 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 pop.
My brother.
What did you guys think of my short film?
It was amazing.
Good.
I wish
Awesome.
I got some voiceover. Oh, it's still recording.
Now it has to be out of
will
3.
be 900.
Now it has to be out of 3.
We're gonna pick 923.
I want 922.
So Gal gets 900 from yours. Darn.
Okay, bet.
It's always the case.
Look at these pretty girls.
Uh,
Look at these chopped girls.
yeah.
Okay. Frames.
Our project was Frames Introduction to Stop Motion Animation.
This is Rose, and I'm Paisley.
Our technology was to use Frame software, and our launcher was Frames Introduction to Stop Motion Animation Lesson 1.
Smart goals.
Specific, we will use frames to create a stop motion movie by taking pictures and putting them together.
Measurable. In these 4 days, we will be able to show our class a movie from clay and pictures about funny unicorns.
Attainable. The resources we will have are Frames software and Frames Introduction to Stop Motion Animation Flaming.com.
Revelin. We are creating this because Paisley and I think it will be easy and fun.
Time base. On the first day, we will start making the clay people. The second day, we will start taking pictures. On the third day, we will put together the pictures. And then if we aren't done with it on the fourth day, we will still put together the pictures and finish. About our technology. Our technology frames was to make our pictures into a video. We had to import our pictures to the frames. After we imported the pictures, we made the film and made it into the right order of what we wanted it to be. We used our technology and the STEM computer to look at what we had to do. We first read through it and saw that the film had to be 30 to 60 seconds long.
Relate our launcher to the real world. Clay is used in the real world for making examples of building or places. It is used for making videos of pictures. People can take pictures of anything and turn it into a movie by using frames. Clay can build stuff that people have an idea of what to do. People can have clay skills, have a job. People can make movies and edit with clay.
This is our movie, and then that's a real world movie. What problems did we have? Our first problem was that the unicorn wouldn't stay together. We solved this problem by putting these little green sticks into the unicorn. Our second problem was that the water slide kept falling apart. We solved this problem by holding and trying not to get our fingers in this film. Our final problem was that we didn't know how to save the video on the computer. We solved this by asking Ponzo for help. Oh, what did I learn? I learned that a frame is one picture and a lot of pictures that make a movie. I also learned that we can stick the clay pieces together with this green piece. I also learned that our design will be for the volcano. We lastly learned how to save the movie or film into.
This
and
is
that's
not
the screen
Rose.
stick that we used.
What I learned in this project, I learned how to make volcanoes and water slides and unicorns and rainbows out of clay. I also learned that the green pieces are for sticking pieces together. The unicorn's legs and heads were like, so that's what we used. I learned what apps to go on. Lastly, I learned what frames mean. Frames are a picture of videos. That's Rose, that's me.
What are our videos about? Our videos about a unicorn that is falling down, or that slips on a rainbow and then poops on the the unicorn climbs up the rainbow and then poops on the rainbow. After she poops on the rainbow, she slips and slides down the water slide. After she slides down the water slide, it falls. Where did the? It falls into a volcano, and then
Poop.
that's the poop.
How did Paisley and Rose work together? We worked together by asking each other questions. We also helped each other when we got stuck. We helped each other by making the clay stuff in effect. This is the volcano, that's Paisley, and that's Rose. We both have braces and we're both
Okay.
smart.
How we came up with this idea. Paisley came up with some ideas on what to do, like unicorns, volcanoes, poop, and etc. After Paisley said some ideas, I put it all together to make our movie. When we first started to make clay, we weren't going to have a water slide. After we got to the part where the unicorn slips on the poop, we wanted it to, like, we didn't want it just to go down the rainbow. We had to make it more. And then that's our movie.
It's kind of fucking weird.
Where's our video at? Okay, this is our video.
Really?
Paisley, what?
Okay, this is our video. It's about unicorns.
Yeah.
Funny tip unicorns. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, next. What?
What are you doing, boy?
Come on.
You guys put it in super movie.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, so we gotta get back to area.
Okay.
Okay.
This is our conclusion. Our challenge is to create a stop motion animation of Friends. We did achieve our SMART goal because we finished our movie and it was at least 30 seconds long.
We would like to do this launcher again because so we can change our story and make it better.
The thing we liked about our launcher was that we got to make up our own story with clay.
Our best successes was that we finished our film.
Something new that we learned was that we had to import the pictures into frame to make the video.
Paisley and I worked together by splitting the work while Rose took the pictures and Paisley moved the clay. That makes sense.
And then that's okay.
The end!
Everybody,
We
you're
only got
up.
7 minutes.
No, you said 7 minutes.
Think you can get yours done in
That
7
was
minutes?
no, everything
Yeah.
ours. That was
I
funny.
think so. I'm still reading
That
it.
was stupid.
Paisley and
I busted out laughing.
I'm just the
Just
girl.
get mine and
This
get
is
us up.
like, well, extra.
Okay.
Do an extra.
Okay, get up here.
Oh yeah. Okay, 3D printing. Ashley's the Roland Kata Keppel. The technology is Tinkercad. Our launcher is Tinkercad drawing 3D objects lesson 1. And this is me and Rose because Kata didn't want to be in the picture. SMART goal. Our challenge is to use Tinkercad to design a 3D shape based on a real life object or structure. We will use Tinkercad 3D Object Lesson 1 to create a cupcake holder for mini candies by using the resources I have been given. The top of my cupcake base will be 15.52. The base radius, the bottom is going to be 12.16. The height is going to be 20. And the sides are going to be 34. I want my cupcake to be like this because I want to put mini candies inside of my cupcake. I have Tinkercad and YouTube to help me give me a tutorial on how to make the cupcake and to help me understand my project more. Relevant, I am creating this because I want to make a candy holder for decoration and mini candy. Time base. On day 1, I will start to design the cupcake liner. On day 2, I will make the top of the cupcake. On day 3, I will add tiny details and print my cupcake. On day 4, I will fry. And the final day, I will have my cupcake printed and I will make sure it's properly designed.
Slide.
About your technology.
Tinkercad is about how to use your 3D printing. Tinkercad is about how to use 3D printing. It's used to explain how you can use 3D printing and print objects. Tinkercad is used to help you understand how to 3D print and how you can use it in the printer. Our technology is used by teaching you how to learn 3D printing and how it exists to extend those blocks. Out of those 3, we use 3D printers so we can show you models and it helps you figure out how hard it is for people to build buildings because they have to find a model. This is Tinkercad where we design our shapes.
Relate your logic to the real world. Our printer is a lot smaller than big business printers. Both 3D printers have G code, and that tells the printer what to print step by step. Both 3D printers use supports if needed to help keep a structure on your design and print. Both 3D printers make stuff and can be used in the real world, like they make containers, pots, and for plants, and fun activities like puzzles, quizzes, and toys. This is a real world 3D printer, and that's our 3D printer. What problems did you have? I had a few problems. I had a problem with trying to get the ridges of my cupcake to be close enough to the base. I had another problem of when I had to insert it onto the drive, I couldn't figure it out well, but thankfully Project helped me and I got my cupcake printed. I also failed at my first cupcake with only the bottom printed. Then my second cupcake failed because the ridges weren't close enough. But my last cupcake was perfect, and that's because I moved the ridges closer to the base and scaled it up. This is one of my failed cupcakes, and it failed because the ridges didn't go.
What did I learn? I learned how to make the side bigger and smaller so that my project would be the right size. I learned how to use the 3D printer so that I could print off the texture. I also learned how to combine 2 things to make it look better. I learned how to make an object hover over another object. I learned how to make one of the objects fit into various shapes so that it's easier for them to combine together. I also learned how to make the object bigger by changing the number of the size of it and making it bigger or smaller. Day 1, 2, and 3. On day 1, I planned on what I was going to make and made sure I understood what I was doing. On day 2, I started on what I was making and got halfway through. Made sure I did the stuff right. On day 3, I finished the rest of my project, made sure I got everything done. Before I reflect on everything, made sure I put it right. Some stuff. I have problems with aligning when I'm making sure they were even. I tried to make another thing, but it didn't get enough time. I reflected my work and make sure everything's correct in place. I made sure I've had all of the sentences I needed for it to be correct. I made sure that my project was saved and waiting to be on the last day. I made sure everything was signed after it was completed.
What did Ashley learn? I learned how to do multiple things, such as following instructions on how to make a 3D printed design. I also learned how to make sides of shapes and other objects wider, longer, and bigger. I also had a recap of how to insert my project onto the drive and get your design onto the 3D printer. One other thing that I learned was how to align and group the different shapes together. Work days 1, 2, 3, and 4. Day 1. On day 1, I built the liner / bottom of my cupcake. I struggled making the ridges on my cupcake, but I overcame this challenge by asking Contra for help and rewatching the video to see where I went wrong. Day 2. On day 2, I learned how to make the side of shapes bigger and wider. I also made the cake part of the cupcake. I had no challenge this day.
On day three, I built the frosting of my cupcake. I had no challenges this day, and I had a huge success of getting my whole cupcake design and almost ready to print. Day 4. On day 4, I learned how to get my design onto a drive, and on the app, I got to see what process of the print would look like. I had a challenge of getting my design on the drive, but Ponzer helped me get it on there. I also got to pick the color of my cupcake, and it started printing. I used an app called Slicer to get a better look at my project before printing it. This is my finished cupcake that was like the perfect one. Ashley's Extra. On the day I got to print my cupcake, I wanted 3 different colors of filament. I ended up picking pink for my base, brown for the cake color, and white for the frosting. In this process, I got to make three-dimensional objects, and they came out super good and can connect, or I can separate them if I choose to. The printer I use uses FDM to print the objects and shapes that you make. I like this project a lot because even though I had some challenges and struggles, I had so much fun being able to design this cupcake, and I didn't follow all of the steps of the tutorial, and it still came out, in my opinion, better than the cupcake in the video. This is what my project looked like on the Slicer app. Conclusion. Your challenge is to use Tinkercad to design a 3D shape based on real-life objects or structures. This is my perfect cupcake, and the little one is my failed cupcake. I did not achieve my SMART goal. I didn't achieve it because the measurements of my cupcake I made bigger than I said I was going to. I would 100% do this launcher again. I liked everything about it, and it helped me learn new things that will help me in this class further ahead. I learned how to do so many new things, such as insert things onto a drive, ask for help, work hard to achieve what I wanted to make, and stay calm when things go wrong. I had one huge success, and that was making my cupcake exactly perfect for me, and if I'm happy with how it turned out. So my partner and me did different prints in this project. I made a cupcake, and she made a star fidget. On this presentation, I did every slide but 4. I wish she put in some more work, but I'm confident that I did a good job on this project. This activity was very fun because I got to experiment and got to learn more things about 3D printing and Tinkercad. So I would do this again. And then these are both captions.